Topper! Topper! Jim! Hey, Haywood! 54, go!
On 1st and 10, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 29.
Pick it up. 29 is Mike 29.
Jones now operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Here we go! 50, plant, recon, 132 fighter. Deep grip.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready up. Look. Squeeze.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check 31.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Yep. Hey, echo.
29 is Mike 29. 3 bud.
5.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Patterson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. And two soft.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Check it out, Reed.
Ready?
A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
There he goes, right side, and all the way in, touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are, but that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Robert Woods, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
To throw on 3rd down. Patterson. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Mike 29. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Throwing again. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley taking it right down Broadway. The 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Elliott running right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
23 yards the pickup there. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Come.
Jones operating from the gun, and that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
15 line. 15 line. Takes 3. 218. Chop it. Hit it.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Look at me. Go.
Hey, turn it up.
Tighten up. Rock it.
He's checking.
Hard. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Hey.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Fourth down, so Pat Shurmur trots out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about
rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. The defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing Jones. That one caught by Ellison. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
You ready?
First and 10
There,
at the
there.
47-yard line.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Leo, hit it.
On first down, Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Check 26, check 26.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Blue draw Corker. Hey, Orvin.
Second and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Get it.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robert Woods. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Come on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing on second down. Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Safarian Jenkins has it. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, set, 10-2 saw. Watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming. Ready, go. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
60 or. Line 54. Come to my work. 5.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yeah, let's get down.
Looking to throw. Jones. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Patterson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again. Patterson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Jones looking for Shepard, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Patterson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again, Patterson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Prada, rolling up.